meeting people, going to events, etc. So network is so important. If I never joined this network, if I never shared information about the funding data, I would never have met Zane, and we would never have made the algo. I would never have made it, probably. Or maybe I made it like a year later or something, okay? So if you're trying to build your own strategy, you're probably going to have to try to run this strategy and build it with other people. If you're trying to code your own shit, you're probably going to need a coder, right? If you're a coder and you need someone to be the investor side, you're going to have to find a really good investor who knows all the data, right? It's just sort of how the game goes. And also, you can really just look at what the pros are doing. You don't have to build your own shit. You can just find a system that already works and use it. Right? You don't have to, it's like you don't have to design a fucking sports car. You can just go buy one, right? You don't have to. But this is for the people who want to build their own sports car. Now, the second strategy / edge that I have is pre-sales, right? This is an edge and it is a strategy, but I didn't really make it. I sort of just got given it. So this one's a little bit different, right? I didn't have to code anything, didn't have to learn anything. How did I get this? Well, this was just purely a networking play. So the edge here is in the networking. So you join, again, like before, high-value communities. And eventually I ran into this guy, became friends, and joined his private syndicate. Because I invest with size, I can fill any deal that he has. I get first access to all these deal flow, okay? Because through the mastermind, we do all these deals, so I can fill every deal, right? And then we get first priority because of that. And this syndicate, gets the best deal flow in all of crypto. And there's certain deals I can't mention for privacy, but anyway. The edge in this setup is two things. It's buying into deals during bearish markets. So the edge is the timing. You have to do deals during certain times, right? Let's pretend that this is like a market cycle, right? Right? Shitty market cycle, but you see what I'm trying to say. You want to do deals here because it takes a year for them to unlock. And you want them to unlock, in this period. So it's sort of like buying low, selling high, but in the pre-sale market, right? If you do pre-sales here, you end up getting unlocked down here. You're probably going to not, it's a way lower chance you make money, okay? So timing is really important, and patience, waiting for a good deal. Now, the second part is obviously it's deal flow that no one else gets access to. So it's insider access, right? Pretty simple to understand that part. So that's strategy number 2. That's how I built it. I networked, came across this guy, became friends. I clearly have value outside of money, and I also can get him as much money as he needs to do these deals. So it's really easy for him. He's like, fuck, okay, there's no issues anymore. Daniel can just fill all these deals. Yeah, I'll happily give it to Daniel. Okay, so that's just how it goes. Now, how did I build the edge of an automated airdrop farm? How am I automatically farming airdrops with 1,000 wallets? How did I do that? Well, same as pre-sales. I am in a network where people meet each other, right? It sounds like a dating fucking app. No, not dating. I'm not gay. Like a networking community of dudes, just dudes who build businesses and shit like that, okay? And there's just like a circle jerk of dudes, okay? And there was this guy, Dino, absolute legend. He's the airdrop guy for my automated airdrop farming, right? He put a post in the group, the networking group, and he said, if anyone wants to pull money to farm airdrops automatically, I've coded some stuff up if you're interested. And I DM'd him and I was like, yo, saw you're running a bot for ZK Sync. And I sent him a voice message saying, I've designed a route for layer 0. Can you automate it for me? Because I designed a step-by-step route for layer 0. And I was like, why don't we just do what I did, but turn it automatic? Right? And I said I can source capital. Layer 0 is a big one. I think it's going to airdrop soon. We'll see if it's big or not. We can make a ton of money. My strats are getting top 1% scores in layer 0. If we can automate this on 50 wallets, we'll print. Well, it looks like we automated it on 900 wallets, so we did a little bit better than that. But look, this is, again, another networking play. You guys don't be networking, and you wonder why you're not making money. Well, all of this shit, the 3 of these were all from networking. All from joining a paid community. Different paid communities, but it was a paid community that I joined. Right? Paying to meet people. Right? Sometimes the online dating pays off. It's a joke, by the way. Definitely not online dating. And all right, let's talk about number 4. This one's different. This isn't some online male dating thing, okay? Again, another joke. Don't take that seriously. So 100x shitcoining. How did I find Toshi at a $2.5 million market cap? Right? How did I find it? How did I build this edge to find coins like this? Right? It's looking good. The Shovashov fork might go up. Well, after 6 years of crypto, you build a pattern recognition database, right? You just eventually just know what works. Like, it's sort of hard to explain, but just trial and error. I know that saying is so cliche, but just you do enough trial and error, and eventually you know what works and you know what doesn't work. So 6 years of seeing which altcoins went up, which ones didn't. I built up a pattern recognition database. And in this course, I break down all the different fundamental characteristics that you need to see in a coin for yourself to want to invest into it. That list took 6 years to figure out. 6 fucking years. 3 years full time. 3 years doing 4 hours a day. Just to figure out that fucking list that I gave you guys access to. How insane is that? How many hours is that? Right? 5 hours a day minimum. Times 365. Times 6. 11,000 hours. Just so I could write up 8 dot points of what you need to look for in a coin. That is how you build a strategy in an edge. Okay? That's how you fucking do it. If any of you put 11,000 hours into anything, I guarantee that you're probably the best in the world at it, or one of the best. You're at least in the top 1%. But the problem is, none of you guys dedicate yourself 11,000 hours at any one particular thing, except for being a lazy shit or doing some stupid 9 to 5 where it doesn't actually help you. Most people, they put 11,000 hours into their job, 11,000 hours into watching Netflix, and 11,000 hours into fucking talking with friends. Obviously, talking with friends, has a time and place, but like, I know a lot of people who just sit around the couch, they'll just like hang out with their bros all the time. And obviously that's fun, like, you should do that, but, racking up 11,000 hours, you better hope you're a professional hanging out with your bros person doing that, time and a place. You put 11,000 hours into crypto, I guarantee you're a multi-fucking millionaire. Be impossible not to. So anyway, there was no networking here. There sort of was, actually. There sort of was. With Toshi, there was networking. I'll explain in a second. But there was not really any particular networking for this whole strategy. So the way that this strategy in Edge was built is I realized that 95% of research is very much just surface level searching through a dumpster, right? Like, for example, if you go on YouTube and type in, like, how to find top 100 coins, crypto, right? They're going to give you some really stupid process. Like, they're going to give you some bullshit. Ready?
In this video, I'm going to show you how to use one of the most resourceful tools in crypto. I'm going to show you how you can 10% to 301 to 400, 8% to 401. Any questions, you can go and ask the community something specific you want to know. Ask them.
Okay. So basically, what this guy is doing is he's got an app that shows you the best performing coins. And the way that you find the coins using his process is you look at what's going up a lot, right? So you have to search through the dumpster. Bonk. We bought that one at $10 million market cap in the mastermind. It's now at 180x, right? Or down a bit. I think it's 120x now. But look, you see it on the top performing charts. You're finding it late. How the fuck are you going to get early into Bonk when you're using this tool? You're not. You're going to find it too late. You're only going to buy into the coins that are already up. Unless you look at the worst performers. But then again, this relates back to the idea of searching through the trash. The process of finding good coins is like mostly just going through the dumpster, right? You go through the coin market cap list. You go, okay, let's look at this coin. Let's look at this coin. Let's look at this coin. I hate it. I fucking hate doing that. So I don't do it. I'm not this fucking Sesame Street little garbage dumpster guy. If you're Aussie, you probably know what this is. I'm not this. This is not me. I don't do this. Okay? So what I do instead is I skip this part. I don't do this part. Right? 95% of the research is surface level searching through the dumpster. 5% is intuition, calling you to read more into a coin. So I don't do the 95%. It's a waste of time. I just do this. So if I don't do this part, who does this part? Well, I haven't, again, networking, right? Always networking. I network. And also, you go online and you let smart people filter your coin list, right? That's another way. I don't copy trade people. I don't copy their investments, but I will let their list and their sort of ideas determine my beginning point in my research. So, for example, Toshi was a coin talked about by Mark, the analyst in my mastermind, and other people that I know. And it was at a $30 million market cap when they were talking about it. And I don't copy them. I don't copy anyone. So I didn't buy it. And I didn't buy it at $20 million market cap or 10 or 5. I just kept looking into it, kept building my thesis, and it got to $2.5 million market cap. And I looked at it, and I built my thesis, and I thought to myself, how the fuck is this thing worth $2.5 million market cap? Base is going to be the biggest blockchain. How the fuck is this thing so cheap? There is no... Like, every single time a chain goes huge, the dog token pumps. So Base is going to